I'm pretty excited to test out this screen protector. This is the UltraFit Armorite Pro screen protector by ESR. This screen protector is supposed to be 10 times stronger than regular tempered glass screen protectors. It's also supposed to last up until an 8.2 drop using a steel metal ball, which I do in my testing. And it's also supposed to be 2 times scratch resistant. And it's also supposed to have a really easy installation. So in this video, I'm going to put the screen protector to the test. I'm going to go through the full installation. We're going to see how it fits, how it feels. And at the end of the video, I'm going to test the durability with a drop and a scratch test. So by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not this screen protector is right for you. So let's get into it. And here we have ESR's UltraFit Armorite Pro tempered glass screen protector. This is supposed to be 10 times stronger than a generic tempered glass and 2 times stronger scratch resistance. So here's the kit we get inside the box. We get the installation guide along with what looks like 3 tempered glass screen protectors. That's pretty cool. The more screen protectors, the better. We also do get an installation kit with the squeegee. So after you clean your phone's screen off, it looks like all I need to do is put your phone face down inside the guide like that. Make sure this little tab is sticking out the bottom and then close the top. You're going to press your hand down on top of the guide and pull out the bottom of the tab. And it should be just as easy as that. So let's open up the guide, take out our phone. And it looks like the installation is off. So that's definitely not good. I don't quite understand what happened. Everything was aligned the way that it needed to be. So I've got 2 more tempered glass screen protectors to try it with, and maybe that's why they give you 3 tempered glass screen protectors, because the first one might get messed up. So I'm going to take another screen protector here. I'm going to put this over the little posts on the guide. Make sure that's pressed down into place. It should snap in place. I'm going to take off the little cover here. And it should be perfectly aligned inside here. So I'm going to put my phone in here one more time. Drop it in. Make sure the tab is sticking out. Push this down over the top of my phone. Pull out the tab. And it should be done. So I'll take my phone out. And that one looks better. So let's take a look a little closer here, and you can see that there is some bubbles in the corners. See down at the bottom there. So I'm just going to use the squeegee to kind of push those out. So I was able to get those bubbles out just by using the squeegee. Wasn't really hard and looks pretty good. There is a slight gap all the way around the phone for case compatibility. I do have a little bubble at the bottom here. Let's see if I can get that out. It seems to disappear and then come back. But it's kind of, well, yeah, it's coming back. So there's a little bubble at the bottom here that I can't seem to get to go away. The edges are rounded off. As far as the feel, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. It is also a full coverage screen protector. Let's test out our Face ID. Let's try that again. Let's test out our Face ID. Face ID is working fine. You can see the screen is crystal clear. Touch working great. And then here's a little comparison as to what the reflection looks like in the tempered glass versus the anti-reflective coating that's on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Let's take a look at our camera. Camera looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there. And let's take a look at the screen as if we're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And you can see that there is a bit of rainbow. It's kind of like a pastel color, depending on how you twist and turn the phone. But if you're looking at it dead on, this is about what you can expect. Just a slight tinge of blue. Let's take a look at the alignment on our screen. And it does look like the screen is cut off a pretty good bit. If you look in the corners here, these are supposed to be white L's, but it looks like the bottoms are cut off. And if I turn up the phone, you can see the L's underneath the screen. So some of the screen on each side will be a little bit cut off. And then as far as the light bleed on the side here, there is a slight bit as well. You can see that right there. Now let's put this in our case. Seems to fit perfectly. There is still a slight gap on the bottom, on the sides, on the top of the screen, so the screen should be compatible with most cases. So besides this slight misalignment on the edges of the screen, everything else looks pretty good so far. Now let's test out the durability with a drop and a scratch test. So we're going to start off our test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 2 feet. Moving on 3 feet. 4 feet. 4 feet. So ESR claimed this should have lasted up until an 8-foot drop, but instead it only lasted up to 4 feet, which is half that. So now let's move on to the scratch test. And we're going to start off our test with a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then a number 7. All right, so if we take a closer look, there are no scratches at the number 5. There are light at a number 6 and just a little bit deeper at a number 7. I had to do this multiple times in multiple places because the glass actually started to crack every time I would do the scratch test. So the scratches are still pretty standard for regular tempered glass, scratching at a number 6, but it is lighter than regular tempered glass scratch. So installation for the screen protector started off a little rough, but then it got better after I did the second screen protector. It also does seem to be slightly misaligned by cutting off just a little bit of your screen on your phone. It only lasted up until a 4-foot drop, and scratch resistance is standard for tempered glass, but seems to be lighter than regular tempered glass. But the scratches are less noticeable than regular tempered glass as well. So some of what ESR was claiming about the screen protector did seem to be true. For the most part, it did seem like the installation process was pretty easy, and the scratches on the screen protector are pretty lighter than you would see on regular tempered glass. But it only lasted up until a 4-foot drop, and ESR stated it should have been around 8.2. But they do give you 3 screen protectors just in case one does get cracked or scratched up. So if you guys do want to pick this up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.